presented by EA Sports. And it's second round coverage. We're here at the opening par 4 first. Frank, what's the best play here to avoid that bunker that cuts right at the fairway?
You've either got to move it from that left side of the fairway if you're a fader of the ball and just cut it back into the middle, or perhaps use that bunker that you've just referenced to turn it away from that. But you need a good one down the fairway because of the length this hole, 400.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
All right, Frank, break down this approach shot here at hole number 1.
Well, typical Pete Dye confuses you straight out of the gate. Draw off the tee, and then you've got to hit that second shot in left to right. Look at the angle of that green. It points away to the right. Should be safely on deck.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Frank, the second hole is only 371 yards. What's the challenge here?
The bunkering. This is really well bunkered. You'd expect that for a hole this short. If it's well bunkered, it means that it's vital to get it on the fairway.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad. Wow, Frank, he did well just to get it on the green from that lie.
I didn't think that was doable.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Good effort and good par putt. Moving to the third hole, to par 4 again. This one 471 yards. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. You can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
First par 3 of the day, it is the fourth here at PGA West, sitting at just under 200 yards in the card. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Locked in on the read and the speed. So, Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
Frank, this looks like a fun hole. The first par 5 of the day, 535-yard fifth.
Yeah, as long as you've got something that doesn't go left off the tee shot and doesn't go right off the second shot, you'll be fine.
Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. This is an 11-foot putt. Well, that was a bold effort at eagle there, Frank.
Oh, you got to applaud him there, though. You're going for eagle. There's no way he was going to leave it short.
Drops for a birdie. Well, Frank, how about this 255-yard par 3 sixth?
Yeah, there's a bit of a bailout area, sort of short and left, but the only thing really going in the player's favour, it is a big green, 51 yards in depth. So if you want to sort of do the maths in reverse, 255, take away 50, 205 front, it doesn't sound as daunting.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Trying to make yet another birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the seventh is a short par 4, 346 yards. So I'm guessing it's a layup off the tee, but it might be a nervy layup because you have water on the right, and if you miss left, that's no bargain.
It's very distracting looking down the right side. I think that's the easiest way to put it. But if you can break this hole down, 346 yards, if you take 120 yards off that, which is like a wedge, then the layup only becomes like 220 yards. That seems a little less intimidating.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. The bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Wow, what a day. Every green hit in regulation. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McILroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line. Excellent looking shot here. Well, that's the way you draw it up here at the 8th. You want to get it out there. He's done that, and he's kept it in the fairway.
Second shot. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. It's in the hole. Just a sensational shot right there. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 ninth, 452 yards, I hear players like you often say, I'm going to take it on. What do you mean by that, and how does it apply to this particular tee shot?
Well, you have options, obviously. One is to hit it down that right side, which is your best shot. The easy way is obviously to bail it out down the left side, but then you're almost giving into the hole, like you're accepting you're going to make bogey if you're lucky. So in the end, you're forced to go back to option A, which is actually to challenge the best shot you have, which is down the right side.
Frank, break down this second shot here at the ninth hole.
The second shot's a little bit like the tee shot. We know that the biggest trouble is on the right with the water, but there's also a bunker between water and green. So Pete Dye's enticing you to try and play the correct shot, which is one that just moves a little left to right towards the flag. And there is a little bit of relief. If you just miss it a touch, you're in the sand, not the water.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Oh my goodness, he just missed that. And that was almost tap-in distance. So a tester from 4 feet. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, continuing at PGA West in the Career Builder Challenge. We're on the back nine now. Hole number 10 is 416 yards, a medium length par 4. But again, player has to deal with water.
It is. This is a double dogleg, really. And if you don't get the ball in the fairway, you're going to kick yourself.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Frank, again, this would appear to be a pretty good scoring opportunity.
This is so much about getting the distance right here. Bunkers on the left, there's the water to carry, that's needless to say, but also the mounding that's just behind the screen and to the right. It's very easy to just take the trouble out of play in the front and then find the trouble behind the screen. So second shot, judging the distance, imperative here.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Well, we've arrived at our third par 5 of the day here at PGA West. It is the 11th. It is nicknamed, appropriately, Eternity. 617 yards.
Well, when he goes after it like he is here.
Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Wow, Frank, that was an absolute bomb right there.
Yeah, what's longer than long? Because we just saw it.
Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. Early part of this second iron, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Oh, I thought he had that. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Those keep the round going, those par putts. Frank, P. Dye always gets a player thinking what might be going through a player's mind right here.
You're going to play it as a layup. You know, that's a given. It's just what distance you want. And for every distance you're going to hit it off the tee, Pete Dye gives you a different challenge. If you lay it all the way back, obviously you got the widest fairway. Then you got the longer second shot. Get a little closer, it starts to shrink up, shrink up, shrink up. So it's how much do you want to bite off?
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Club has been pulled, ready for the second shot now at the par 4 12th. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Wow, I thought it was going in just off the mark by a fraction. Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. You see the blend of holes here from the long par 5 to the short par 4, now to the 214-yard par 3 13th. Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. Well, Frank, kind of a make-or-break hole here at the 14th, par 4, 389 yards.
Yeah, for the Cavalier player, you can sort of go at this this green in a more direct line. 290 yards will take all this bunker down the right out of play. Just leave you a flick in here. I'm going to say that's not a bad play, really. If you don't do that, then you just got to thread it down the left.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Frank, what's the key here? Second shot at 14.
Green sits up a little bit, well protected by those bunkers there. A nice high, soft landing shot.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Just a couple of feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now at the 15th, par 4, 468 yards. It is nicknamed Turning Home as we are making our way towards the close of this round. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Here we go now, the final par 5 of the day, Frank.
Yeah, decision on how much you bite off here. If you play the ball to the right, then it's going to play its full 600 yards. But if you can take it in a direct line at that green, you're going to chew off a little bit of yardage. But you have to be able to carry that bunker.
And through the years, a lot of excitement here at this par 5 16th.
Rich, that is annihilation of a golf ball.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he just tore that thing to pieces. Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Frank, we were commenting earlier in the day that round had really gone wrong. Are you surprised that he's been able to put it back together?
I certainly am. It lost his composure, his rhythm. So really to be playing this well so quickly after that, you tip your hat.
Always a chance in this game.
That was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back? Remember, out of the rough, expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Go ahead and do that for birdie. Well, there it is. They call it Alcatraz. Just sitting out there on the water, 168 yards away, Frank.
Well, speaking of water, that water looks so peaceful, doesn't it? It'd be a shame to spoil it with a splash.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd say.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Good putt. Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards. But again, we've said it all day long, water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's three groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with.